Oops, hello everyone. I popped in and realized I hadn't done the thing to get myself in frame yet. It's been a bit of a day for that. Lots of little things going wrong. I spent a while trying to get a computer working. Someone else's, fortunately not mine. Yes, well, yes, you'd think that I'd have an easier time getting into frame, but no, it's remarkably easy to not, and I'm not the proudest of my background there. I kind of threw that one together, so it's another one of the many things that will need reworking. But yes, as you can see, or actually you probably can't see very well, I've switched programs a little, moved into Krita because it just does smoother lines. Like this is just really satisfying, whereas doesn't seem to come out the same kind of smoothness in Photoshop. So I spent a load of time yesterday before yesterday's stream putting bringing Venra over and then redoing the line art, just tracing over to get it all in. Oh, let me just put the music on. A little bit from their lo-fi thing. Fair warning, I may only be able to finish up the line art today. It's not been feeling slightly ill, and this stream almost didn't happen. So, but we can start on the hair. Let me. Yes. I should probably pull up the references as well. They'll actually help me a lot. Wrong folder. Almost there. Here we are. And we're looking for that kind of thing. Okay. Oh. Woo. I redid. Yeah, I took the opportunity to tweak a couple things. While I was in, I removed this scarf section I'd done around here because it wasn't actually turning out that great. Narrowed the waist a little, so I realized I wasn't quite getting things slim enough, and removed what I'd done with the hair because I abruptly realized that I was working off one of the references. I was working off the references that Major had done before, and instead of following the braid that I'd been pointed at. So okay, and braids are difficult. Wish this brush wasn't just automatically that size. Let's try. See if I can make this work. Sorry for that. No, that's not your fault. It was my mistake. I got kind of focused into like because obviously my brain was going like, that's how she looks. I'll do that. But like, no, you've given me two references for what she's meant to look like. So uh, That's definitely not looking. That's definitely not looking right. But sorry for the braid. Yeah, braids. Like it's still good practice for me either way. It's hell, anything that requires a more dynamic pose than front on is still kind of a trial for me. Like you've been seeing the loose and stuff I've been putting out. It's been mostly very front on or very side on. I put that in the hair by accident. Wrong layer. It's I don't mind the practice. I'm just bad. So I need to God, how does this look? So, everything is yeah, it's all an improving process. So I don't have any I don't have any actual objections. I just look at anything that I haven't really done before and I go, oh God. Okay, so it's more like so I was in the right ballpark, but okay, let's see if I can get to. And that would actually carry on to there. Right. Oh, no, not I think I've drawn the spread a bit too big. Like the chunks of the hair. So I think I'm gonna. No. Uh, oh, so you're telling me I could have gotten away with it? You've forgotten your own references. Can't believe you've done this. It's more like. Oh, that's. I suppose that's one thing. Because you sent me one with two braids and one with one. Is there meant to be? Is there only meant to be one braid, or are we doing two? Save me, please. Okay, just the one. Okay. Whew. It kind of ends. Okay, let's go that. Oh, no, didn't mean to press that. Got. What's this section? Can burger off. Pose up. Yeah. Yeah, the essentially the thing was with the part of the reason I went for option one was it had a decent enough angle to it, and I could use it to I could use it to show how the character looked completely. Um, option two was, while there was nothing wrong with it, it was too front on, and I'm trying to experiment. Uh, so yeah, that made this one still the kind of the best option for now, at least. I could not tell you why Creature is currently flickering at me every few seconds. I just hope no one else is having that problem. I don't see it on the stream, but I'm sure you would let me know if there was something going on. I think it's the monitor. I suppose I could quickly check the cable. Oh, no, no. just quickly shift it there for a second. I just want to check something. No, it's not the monitor. It's definitely Krita. I think it might be that Krita is having a little bit of trouble with the streaming software. I think it's because it's the main thing. It may just be having odd interactions with OBS. Mm. Let's see if this does it. Trying to figure because there's something to do with the taskbar. Let's see if this will. See if that'll do it. Okay, that might be it. Okay, so for some reason, Krita does not like my taskbar. I have to have it closed. I have to have the taskbar hidden, which is a pain when it comes to trying to bring up all the references again. But I suppose it does give me more of the screen. Seems to be fine now. Can't alt tab to see refs. I can. It's not that I don't have the. It's not that I don't have access to them. It's that I have the reference on the same thing that I'm viewing the stream that I'm observing the stream from. So I minimized it and searched on the same thing to figure out the problem, then hit the taskbar, and then I didn't have the references up, so I just had it's just the extra thing having to slide all the way down to the bottom of the screen to make the taskbar pop back up so I can select the reference. It's not a big deal, it's just kind of vaguely frustrating. Hey Musa, how are you doing? Everyone brace for shrimping. Okay. Oh, that's about right. Let's put the don't you mean prepare for shrimp act? That's if you ever if there is ever the situation where you are streaming at an earlier time than me and you end up raiding me, prepare for shrimp act has to be the message. I will accept no substitute. the VTM tax. Doing alright, fed the aquariums today. How are they doing? How is your aquatic collection doing? There. Yeah, I think that's fine, but the rest aren't. And yes, I also God the scroll wheel not just being a scroll wheel in this thing keeps throwing me. As does deselect being like Control Shift A or something. Deselect, yeah, Control Shift A. Instead of Control D for deselect. For some reason, Control Shift D is reselect. Doing all right. Might need to get a new light for the 65-gallon tank. What's going on with it? Is it too weak? Is it old and flickery? Okay, that's the braids. And find the armor again. I'm itching from so many bug bites today. The assassins made it into my room and bit me all over. Hmm. What is that? That's just that. God. Below. I'm going to keep that there for now, but going to work on this between then. I was trying to figure out what my layers were, and no, funnily enough, the one I was selecting wasn't the braids. The one I was selecting was this tiny line right here. I just put that in its own layer for some reason. They're not technically aquarium lights, so they don't have the proper spectrums for healthy plant growth. Okay, so they're just not the right, yeah, not the right light. And despite getting the differences in light needed to make things work, like, it's not the right light is still a strange sentence for me. It's Destiny 2, some Destiny 2 shit right there. I'm gonna put the armored one in. Make it better than this cloth junk. Got that's being pinged. Oh, okay. So, let's get the line first, Lucen. Rose, one of the outfit references you sent me was had the cloak, which I've taken from, and the kind of the armor stuff. And I've borrowed that for the vambrace. I've borrowed that for the greaves, but the chest plate seems kind of strange. I was wondering if it would make more sense for Star to have an armored leather version of that, or whether you think metal would make the most sense. It won't matter much. It won't really change much now. It's just kind of affects the what was it, the shading and the coloring and such. What's the question, man? I'm putting on a kind of armored chest piece, based on the second outfit reference, and would you want it to still be metal, or do you think, or would something more would something more like armored leather make more sense, given the general kind of color choices she makes? It's more scale armor. Okay, I can. It was just a case of me trying to pin down what exactly I'd be. Suddenly forgetting that her waist is part of her instead. I can do a kind of do a pattern more suits that. Because yeah, the one that was given was kind of very plate mailish. Uh, It is meant to be more like that. Mm. Had to make that mistake many times. Oh, I know what I should do. Wrong layer. The only decent armor reference you had that would fit her. Okay. I'm not well, I can experiment. I've gotten better since my first couple attempts at drawing armor at least. There were a lot of bad ones. Not particularly helped by time in high school, of course. It's kind of always making things harder than they needed to be. Teachers. Hmm. Still not the best at the shading of overlapping things, but I generally get it. Okay, well, that I think is serviceable armor. That's two of the 6 things on my list done. I'll do that glove now. It's one of the big. That's one of the distinct items after all. That's like that. All right. Uh, let's tidy that arm up a little first. I can merge these down now. Let's get this glove. Got to about here because it'll go. That must be the thumb and the forefinger. As far as I can tell, anyway. Is that inside? So a little bit more like this. Cutting off a little bit sooner, I think. We'll have that's on the front, so something like suppose that's one of the other benefits of this particular software is that it actually tells me how big my brush is at any one time. I didn't specifically say your name. No, I'm just just working on trying to figure out the look of this glove because it seems to be kind of in a couple of places. Because that's, as far as I can tell, that's the that's meant to be thumb and forefinger. Or is it? Yeah, it couldn't be anything else because there's no space for the thumb otherwise. Unless that's meant to be a. Unless that's meant to be showing the other hand or something. Yeah, the inward facing side. That's what I mean. So that's what I'm talking about. The if the gem is on the inward facing side, as in the inner forearm, then the only things you've got, then the only places those holes could be is the thumb and forefinger. So I was looking at it and thinking like, this is something about this is strange, and I'm not sure what yet. But I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine. Not going stir crazy at all. Streaming is great for my health, guys. Don't worry. It goes all the way up to the wrist. I know it's thumb and index because archers tend to keep those protected alongside the forearm, because don't want the string snapping into the arm or the feathers of the arrow slicing your gingers. Fingers, not gingers. No, I know you have a grudge. Gingers just can't catch a break, apparently. Uh, gem around there. Uh, I mean, my ancestors were ginger. Well, people can have grudges against their ancestors. Yeah, I've gotten a few scars from archery before. I never did archery long enough for that. I was I did it for a very, very short period, about a year, and even then that wasn't entirely consistent. I am disgruntled. Perhaps at least once a year because Ren Fair. Yeah, I would like to do it more, but it's expensive here. I'm disgruntled. What's got you disgruntled now? What has taken you from gruntled? Talk to me. Talk to Faye, mommy. I spent roughly 50. I spent roughly £50 new lighting system. Got spent roughly £50 new lighting system for the 65-gallon tank. Oh, so it's just the price thing then. I saw a streamer the other day putting on a like doing a new emote, and it was going to be available for those who spent 5,000 bits. Like that's a bit crazy to me. It's like I'm sure it kind of makes sense. Apparently, the whole um what is it? The whole sub to emote kind of thing reaches a singularity at some point, but it was still just kind of a weird thing to learn. Redo this bit here, make it a little bit longer. Around like that. And we're going to have a couple of creases on the glove just there. I'm not feeling this song, whatever this thing is. That song was just called Spicy Boy. Yeah, sorry to. Yeah, it's an unfortunate expense, but I guess not all that's. I guess it doesn't really shock me either. It feels like it's kind of a not. It's not. Feels like it's not the cheapest thing to get into. Oh, that seems. Well, it's the usual thing of if it's what people will pay for, then they'll try and get what they can from it. And if it's got a little bit of a niche, getting the right kind of lighting, so prices go up. don't necessarily agree with it, but you know. Yeah. It's like a lot of things. That a lot of things that only end up expensive because people want them, and if it I kind of get it in the case of the aquarium stuff, because again it's not a because it's there's supply and demand, but the supply or the demand is unlikely to be incredibly high. No, that doesn't. That's not the glove. That's still Venra. Oh, this little line here needs to be much shearer. Oh, might be of vague interest to you. Actually, I'm sure you might have been there. Yeah, I was yeah, I hopped back into Deep Rock Galactic for the first time first time again yesterday. First time in a while anyway, just to see what had changed. Glad to see that the base system was as I remembered, because it let me jump straight into some Hazard 5s and survive thereabouts. Might do a bit of it tomorrow. Okay. Braids, top, gloves done. Okay, so now I'm thinking of putting in the gun in the holster. Find myself a decent make something like a flintlock. Oh god. Imagine Star turns her gun into one of those duckfoot pistols with 4 barrels. Goes from goes from the most accurate sniper to the least accurate thing in existence. Yeah, I know I know she's still working on a single barrel. I just imagined her like taking on some old allies that allies turn enemies, and pulls out the shotgun pistol. It's that it just pulls out the duckfoot pistol, and it just turns into that one copy pasta. Own a musket for home defense, because that's what the founding fathers intended. 3 ruffians break into my house, take the musket, blow a golf ball sized hole in the first man, take aim with my pistol, but it misses and hits the neighbor's dog. It's like the God, these bites are really real aggressive. Right, so I can't believe I've done this to myself. I didn't need to draw a revolver, but I'm gonna have to. There's line tool. There's line tool. So you now have don't forget the trees. Yeah. The bleeds out waiting for that paramedic because triangular wounds are hard to stitch up. That's a lie, by the way. Triangular wounds are they have evidence from the war of triangular wounds being treated, and it was not harder than treating a regular bayonet. It's considered more likely that the triangular bayonet was that way because it was just easier to make and didn't break as easy. This goes to about here. I think I'm still technically doing this on the glove layer. So let's make it its own thing. Oh God, why is it? I don't know why it's done that. Is that just because of the movement? Yeah, that's just the. God, that's a janky move tool. If it wasn't for the tavern, I'd have seen about making it look like a Beretta. No, you might have been able to get away with that. maybe. Oh, maybe not. I guess, yeah. So Beretta do have some revolvers. Hello, line tool, my old friend. Didn't want to risk any arguments. I mean, it wouldn't exactly have been much of an argument, I think, because it's a fairly decent bunch there now. It's just it'd just be like, is this okay? Yes, no. The most active people are all the mods, or even just half of them. I wish it would stop aggressively blurring it every time. No, no, that's still not the tool I have selected, Greta. That's please stop, please stop blurring when I move things, Krita. No, blurs more aggressively. I mean, no, blurs more aggressively. There's these kind of. I've gotten those the wrong way around. Yeah, I've gotten those. Nope, no, I've gotten them the right way around. Okay. incidentally, I kind of like. I'm not a big firearm fan. I mean, I'm British, but I do like some of the interesting designs of some of the older ones, like the pepper box, which is just like it was like the first kind of early primitive kind of revolver stuff, wasn't it? That was just, hey, what if we took one gun and made it like four guns or six guns or whatever? Because it's just that tube of inaccurate barrels. It's the proper hand cannon. As long as you, as long as your cannon was loaded with grape shot. Another line. It was a nice little scene for it was a nice little scene for Lucen and Star and for me and Star to have checking over the new gun because they don't get too much time. Normally your times do not match up with mine at all. Or I guess by that point someone else has already co-opted, and I guess there's not a great deal they have to actually do with each other most of the time. Unfortunately, because unfortunately, Kerner got to you first. Hey, fathead, how's it? I was about to ask you the same question. I need to think before I speak. It's going okay. I've redone a couple things. I shifted the art piece into Krita and read a little of the line art. Why is this? Okay, that. Okay. I think I've solved why it was blurring all the time. It was selecting the entire level, the entire layer, just and doing that to aggressively doing that to limit the what's going on. I'm doing all right, just relaxing. It's raining, so another mare day. I mean, it's looking like it's about to rain for us too, and I'm going to be honest, I've been kind of appreciating that recently. It'd be nice to have a little more rain after the after some of the blazing days. But yeah, I'm doing okay. I was having some stomach trouble earlier, thought I might not be able to make the stream, but it seems to have cleared up unless I suddenly have to dash off. Which does remain a possibility. Let's see, so we've got. It's going to be the holster on the other side. I'm going to stretch that one out a bit. That looks a bit anemic. So you can't see it, but on the right, sorry, I have obviously all my layers, and whenever I drag one and grab it around, the layer I'm moving just goes nuts because it's constantly updating the position. It just can't quite track the Or the refresh rate is a little bit weird. I don't normally like the rain. I am British, but it's been kind of nice after the blistering days we've gotten. Now, I'm sure the Texan can tell me a thing or two about blistering days, but please don't. I couldn't survive in Texas. Okay, couple more things done. Merge down, merge. Oh no, that's everything went wrong there. Okay, there we go. No. Okay, what's next? I think we've gotten all the things there. The bards. Um, let me just real quick draw sketch Shakespeare into this. Armored top, the gun, the holster, the arm wrappings. I guess those arm wrappings aren't really needed. Glove. It isn't blistering it unless it's over 100 Fahrenheit. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I was expecting that. Of course, that's the same for you. I, growing up in a generally cooler climate, have blistering at a lower temperature. Though we have, what's my, let's see, we do a quick conversion. Can't do it off the top of my head, but I guess taking my inexpertise to Google, I would say like I'm uncomfortable at 20. I'm uncomfortable at 77. Um, at about 90, I'm unhappy. About 90 because we've had 100 plus summers. Like last year, I think the was last year or the year before the hottest one we had where we had the drought. I think that was last summer. It was over 100 here, and like that's bad for the UK. Global warming exists, folks. Your local fairy is trying to warn you of it. This is back up again. Oh, Lucy's online. If she's able to, if she's still playing once I finish, I might send you that way. God, I've got button on my little toe as well, or point. I'm going to add another leg pouch. This has to go. That's God. That just sounds sarcastic. I'm gonna level with you. down. Let's add the actual pouch. So that clear out the stuff behind it. No, God, blurs harder. Just a couple of tabs on that to make it simple. That's the one that's currently like that, so... Yeah. So I was just getting mesmerized by the drag tools. Two, just line. No, I did not say to select everything. I don't know why you keep doing that. At least I figured out why it blurs. Okay, Rose, how is this looking for you? Added the... I took a couple of... Yeah, I took those couple of little creative liberties, adding those leg pouches, the dagger and the pistol, but the knife is just there because it makes sense that that someone would have one like just also, oh yes, that was one thing I read it as well between softwares. I slightly tweaked the shoes a bit to be less kind of jank. Oh, I know what I need to be doing just up here. You guys, the source of frustration personified. I've gotten that impression. Was I seriously bitten on both elbows? I must have been. Everything. Oh, well, anyway. See if this thing has a blur tool. It might. That's just a... no. Blur tool. Hmm. Okay, so that's a whole layer thing. Okay, well, now... oh dear, I put that as a... ah, that sucks. Had these lines here as just guidelines for me. But I made the mistake of putting them on the same layer. I will one day learn from my mistakes. And that I have to do shift to add in this. It's not just auto selected to shift. Oh wait, no, I can change. No, that's not. That's the brush tools. No. Okay, so Photoshop has a few advantages, I guess. Slash Photo P. That's the key. I think I'm gonna have to bind a deselect all thing to my tablet. No, this is worse. This is worse than what I brought up before. He intentionally goes with the way that takes the most effort and longest time to do instead of the quicker and easier way. I guess some people get a kick out of that. Need 2 layers for the background actually, because I've learned that you have to blur a layer. Ironically, if that's the case, he's the one who says work smarter, not harder. Well, you know that. Do you know that meme of the guys pushing box? Well, it's the image of the guys pushing boxes, and you've got the one guy who's chipped it out into a sphere and he's rolling it. And there's the follow up to it. It's like, hey, so we ordered 1,000 cubes from you, and we got 998 cubes and two spheres. Oh yeah, that's Jeff. He's an idiot. don't know why he does that. It's, it's that like just because you know the phrase, it does not necessarily make you any smarter after all. Hmm. Yes, I, I'm gonna be honest. I kind of don't trust people who say the work smarter, not harder thing. It's because it usually because a lot of the time things are fairly efficient. Um, the people a chunk of the people I've known who have tried to propose um who have tried to propose worse solutions are people who are not using that phrase properly as well, or they use a different phrase. Personally, I'm a fan of the phrase "all work and no play makes Johnny wither away." I'll side with you on that one, most definitely. Part of the reason I'm doing this is because part of the reason I've started streaming is because I like doing art and I want to do art. I'm just bad at self-motivating at the same time. So this is a good way for me to be doing that stuff. But but and obviously the gaming side of things, I enjoy that as well. That's pretty easy to enjoy, but Yeah, and I oh god, I reckon I would just spend a lot more time just sitting around doing very little if I didn't do this, to be honest. That's why I'm in so many D&D games. That is, I would say same, but I'm currently only in I'm only in two games and I'm running one of them. So I can't really even say that because it would just be a lie. Like it would be true to say I want to be in so many D&D games, but uh but I'm not. Keep adding a couple more trunks back here. Now let's try putting an effect on this. See if I can add. It's a filter blur. Don't know what that's doing. No, those aren't D&D. Those part. No, the Wednesday game is D&D. It's Tyler's. That is a D&D 5th edition game. The one I'm running is Pathfinder though. Haha. Otherwise, well, do you? Is there anything you can think of to add to this image, or do you reckon it's time to start coloring? It's time to start adding color, I think. God, it has been a while. It's been a month. It's not actually been that incredible length of time. It's only a month. Just double checking the references in case I missed anything. I'm still going to miss something, but I can at least look. Give me a moment, go up the quality so I can actually see. I'll zoom in a tiny bit more too. The background, the trees in the background are deliberately blurry. Just that's not you. Just so you know. But there is no rush. I can wait. Has a short sword on one hip also. Alright, let's see what I can do about that. That might, I think, go on the opposite hip at this point, given the given that the one with the knife is already kind of crowded. Let's go and put that in. It'll only even be the pommel at this point, because it won't really, because a short sword will go like that way. I guess I might get the like that. Oh, that's in the background. That's precision mode. I'll put a new layer in just to get the line straight through. And trim most of this out because it wouldn't be through there. Then we have this little bit here that I suppose will be a like that. Got to go, low battery. Talk to you later. All right, see you then. I'll definitely be finished with the sketch this stream, so I'll drop it into the art channel for you to take a look at. Once I'm done. This out to here, then up. Trim that away. Oh, I need to move that up a little. Which one's that? That's that one. Whoops. That's. Oh, what's this? Oh, actually, little bits of the corners. I see. Is it doing it again? It's an interesting bug that this thing arbitrarily moves between the move tool and the paint tool sometimes. And this is also quite valuable practice because I'll be adding uh, blades to my piece soon, or I might. Fairly simple short sword pommel. That looks better. Bit of the cloak off. And oh, a little bit down here as well. Yeah, that's all in there now. Just be delicate. Snips. There we go. Anywhere else that I need to chop bits off? I don't think so. So I think we can start color. I'll make sure everything is... Oh, that. So it actually becomes a... Oh, no. Let's try precision mode for this, because it's what it's meant to be for. God damn it, press the wrong button. Second one is precision mode. There we go. I don't know why. Why do we even have this button? Control E. So there's the thumbnails. That's the close-up tree, and then we've got the forest in the background that'll be blurred. So now for colors. I'll separate the background colors by a couple of layers. So specifically, I'll put Svenra and that tree close together, and then these forest colors as their own thing. How does this one work? Start with that. And for brushes, let's try this. Not quite that size, methinks. No. This background is going to be very simple, but it is also my first background that doesn't include lots of sharp edges, like the kitchen and the sitting room. And the idea is only to vaguely show the, oh, not quite there, the background look. This is nice to do again, even as tired as I always seem to be. I have to make a point of putting Blasphemous on my list and such for closer to when Blasphemous 2 comes out. Same with the Cyberpunk DLC. Because those are all fun games now. Well, actually, no, I lied. Cyberpunk was fun when it came out, just not what it was, not what it was portrayed as. So, like, I had plenty of fun with it, and I remarkably got through it on an old system that had stopped receiving updates before it released, or around the time it released. Um, let's see. That doesn't work. Is there a button for? No, no, that's not it. Oh, that's it. Yeah. So I had fun with Cyberpunk. It was just the problem was with it. I went back to try and replay it recently, and it was running worse. But I think I could attribute that to the parts of that computer having finally given up. Like I managed a nearly complete Elden Ring playthrough on that computer. And Elden Ring came out 6 months after that CPU stopped receiving updates. So that didn't actually, and I didn't realize that. I hadn't realized my CPU was that out of date. It was in the end what got me to start to actually replace the parts was both wanting to have a smoother experience again, and just the fact that the computer was failing to start finally. The CPU just wasn't managing. And I think the CMOS was dead too. I'd had that motherboard for a while because I was scared of upgrading. I had missed the memo that Windows 10 was didn't require any extra setup to go. You could just swap out components like that and it would work. I haven't gotten Windows 11. Okay, now let's put a blur on these colors. That's not that blur isn't working very well. See what the other ones are like. Hmm. It'll work enough before the broad shadows. Now, let's go to this one because I want a full-size brush. Oh, ow, ow. Twinge in my neck. I'm not old, I swear. Oh, no, I don't want those colors anymore. I want these ones. This is just a full-size brush the whole time, which does well enough. God, what is going? Oh, this. Ah, I see my own hand every time. I see my own hand in my window, and I think it's chat. I think the lesson there is that y'all are shiny. Down. Oh yes, that's the. I lost track of what I was doing, and cape became tree, tree became cape, which is, I suppose, the point with a hunting cape like this. I might do the hunting cape on its own layer and blur that as well, just because that'll get me the nice mishmash pattern. I think next after this, I've got another foresty scene coming up with Cost, one of Lucy's characters, and it wasn't a request. It was just I kind of wanted to draw Cost, so I'm drawing Cost. Back to this, I think. No? What the hell? Oh, right, that is the right thing. It's just the size is reset. Yeah, I've got that piece. I've got about 3 more planned. Doing a couple of screens for other streamer friends, just for fun, really. The sensitivity is better on this as well, and I don't think I've had any tablet malfunctions in Krita. I will take everything I can get. I know there's programs that can do the whole fill X stuff. I just don't know where they are or how to use them. Look, I live in the forest. I'm not technically meant to be the tech person, even though I may have made a golem or two in my time. I had a thought. I need to just. I'm still. I'm working on a new webcam piece, and I'm trying to decide on the outfit. And I may go for something like the one I'm currently using again. But I'm wondering if I want to go with something at least ostensibly a little more classy, like a suit of some kind. I've already got the big mafia mummy vibes, so could do something with that. And I have set it up like this one so I can add new outfits. I don't know why I did it on this one. Like this one was never going to be a long-term thing, especially since I've massively improved on faces since. You have no idea how much better I've gotten on at least on certain perspectives. Just on the simple thing of even on the simple things of like making sure the face is generally lower for feminine features. Okay. I said that, but I'm suddenly second guessing Star right there. what can I say? What was that thought in the back of my head? It was I, I it's turned out there's a lot of this to this that's worth doing. There's definitely been I've definitely been hearing things about how VTuber drama is kind of a high school thing sometimes. But I've been enjoying the process of like finding similar minds. Like I'm obviously I'm far from the only artist, long way from being the only gamer, but finding people who have that kind of similar crossover of interests has been a lot of has been fun in its own. I've watched a lot more streams in the past few weeks than I ever did before, and they're not from the people I used to watch the VoDs from either. It's like I always or the I like to watch a lot of I guess it was War Thunder stuff, but it's more like the milsim kind of things, the War Thunder, the armors, things from stuff like Remy and Norton. And like I like often watch the YouTube vids of them, but with streaming, it's almost always been smaller art creators because I like to, if I'm just drawing offline, I will have one of them open just so I can chat, I can get advice, possibly inspiration, and I have received several useful tips from them, both on streaming and from art. Like, I didn't know Krita existed until a few days ago, thanks to, but then Kiri pointed it out to me, uh, just off the cuff, not really pointing it out so much as so happening to bring it up. There we go. And Oceanax helped with pointed me towards helping improve my audio. And it's, I think, as far as I can tell, it's gotten a lot cleaner for people. It still needs to be tailored. I still need to talk up more, but they can't really make me do that. That's just something I have to learn. And now I've noticed I'm talking quietly. I'm trying to make that conscious effort to raise my tone. Okay, let's start grabbing color codes because I'm going to need it for Star. Let's start with that chest plate. Steel color codes. Oh yes, it's an easy one. Is there a way to pop up the tool options? Oh, that's quite cool. Shade selector. Reset, yeah. Okay. Oh, that's really helpful. I didn't notice that. There's just a thing to straight up lighten or darken the shade I want. Oh, that's super helpful. Now, how do I get? I think it might be up here. Yes, there we go. And there's the color code. Okay, we found it. Hashtag 71797E. Which may just be almost light grey. Most of this will be in the most of the trick on the steel will obviously be in the shading and the highlights. Cut that out, back to this. I guess we hope that Twitch doesn't ban me for drawing vaguely circular shapes as part of armor. Ba-da, ba-da. Oh, actually, that's a steel buckle as well, so. Oh, and I suppose just to go back to the whole streaming thing again, I guess I have to thank I have to thank Musa and Lucy for kind of getting me started on the thought process of all this. Like, this is definitely the most spontaneous I've ever been, going from not thinking about streaming at all to uh, throwing myself into it within only a few weeks. But it's definitely been, the motivation has been helpful. It's been there to actually get me to be trying it out. Oh, wrong layer. Caught that quickly. Yeah, giving me the motivation to be trying it out in the first place, and just kind of showing how fun it can be. Got to catch Lucy doing an art drawing uh, drawing a new character on stream a little while back. Doesn't do many art streams. I reckon it'd be nice to see more of those, but it's nice and chatty with the gaming too. I could probably stand to learn a thing or two from that. God, that's going to be a splash of color. Right, let's find some green leather. CC3852. That's not what I was thinking. Let's go with that moss green. I should have known that Googling trying to grab a green leather code would be bad, but apparently it was so far off that I just blanked the idea that it could possibly be that bad. 042F10. Don't need that, thank you. Oh, let's shrink the. Okay, I'm going to switch to my alternate color here and grab myself some red leather. Just because I kind of like the red leather look. 65383B. That's that one, so that's what we'll do the belt in. That was steel, but I forgot to do it, so I'll come back to it. If I'm going to start doing commissions, I should probably get a thing set up for the questionnaire style thing. It's control. Yeah, there we go. Immediately I overdo it. It's like me and cake. Always more. Put these two scabbards in the brown category. I feel like metal scabbard wouldn't make much sense for someone going hunting. Being prodded. Just a friend of mine. I really should learn to mute myself on or put myself on Do Not Disturb. Would definitely stop the errant pings. Now I've been told to scrim. Ah! That wasn't a scream. I know it wasn't. It's probably a pterodactyl or something. Pouches, pouches. Well, let's start by grabbing you. I'm going to do that, just add a bit of blue to it. No. Let's rotate that around. Let's try that. Yeah, I could see that. I think the reason I keep lowering my voice is because of the There are currently people I do not want to know about this, about what I do at the moment. But the walls in this place are not very good. I am I am deathly afraid of my family hearing someone call me mommy. That's some very never mind. One of those messages was a very belated happy birthday. See if I can grift some money from him. I can't. I'm not going to. Did I just? Damn it. Okay. Control Shift Z is forward. Oof. Kind of want to make that jacket the same green, to be honest. What was in the base? Oh, it's a darker green. Okay, I'll go with that kind of darker olive. Like, I think that kind of color maybe. No, not quite. A little more vibrant than that. Let's start there. God, I'm turning her into someone from Attack on Titan. One of the mobility core, whatever they're called. It's a bit it's a little bit of hubris on my part, but I I definitely I started feeling like I was getting where Attack on Titan was going, and ended up just kind of falling off the bandwagon because it was feeling a bit predictable for me, which is a weird thing to say about a series with giant naked people having their necks cut open. At one moment, I'm going to I just want to quickly save a line art version. Don't need that layer anymore either. Oh, because of Shift Delete. Okay, so delete clears everything on a layer. Shift Delete clears the layer. That's interesting. Let's just save quick PNG. This is the line art. Oh, that's weird. It was trying to. God, I'm gonna have to learn how to do that as well. One moment. In fact, I'm just gonna see how the export goes. Okay, I want to do the export instead. Just a little bit of figuring out. Because not normally when I was doing it in the Photo X kind of stuff, I would just do a few saves because it wouldn't ever actually change the file type. But I guess with this I'll want to be exporting it to PNG each time. Bring up the references because that's where I'll need... that's going to be a difficult tone to find. Is it? Maybe not. Darker. No, still not quite. What if I just do flat? Okay, yeah, that one I think is the right tone we're looking for. I think tone is the right word anyway. Downside to being mostly self-taught on this stuff is that I have no idea of all the terminology. I know what an S-curve is. I think. I'm not even confident on that. But so I know the principles an okay amount of times, but I have no idea what they're called. Let's see if this works as hoped. Okay, not quite. Can't double tap to expand it. Still useful to get a big chunk of the color down, but not as useful. Well, I think from these references, most of the actual skin tone that I'm looking at is a shading choice. And I'm jealous of Major's shading. Major is a really good artist, and I've learned a couple of things already in terms of lighting and such. How to get nice defined lighting. Again, no idea what exactly the steps are called, and I don't know if they're clear on it either. But I don't know how they learned. I presume drawing longer than I have. I took a while to suddenly get to start drawing. For a while, it was just D&D maps. I did lots of home sketching of those, but not so much on the character stuff until quite recently. Don't need that green again because I've already used it, so let's get the black back. Because I need to quickly just... Wrong layer. There we go. What the hell kind of layer is that on? Is that the forest? No? Where is it? Oh, that's what I did wrong. I put the line up for the thumb on the forest instead. That's... Sorry, Krita. Just need to respond to a friend of mine I realised that I kind of left hanging for ages. About a little pronoun situation. Just to the old username. To cycle through all my windows. I have too many open today. Any of these that I can close? Not that. Close that one at least. And that. Neither of those. Those have to stay open. That can go to. I guess I can pin Krita. Okay. Well, a couple less windows. I'm. No. No point going off on about that again. There is only so much entertaining that I can really be at one time, after all. Need to put nails in. I'm almost there on the colours. I'll do that in a second. Just little clip off points at the end because it helps to have at least a little bit of nail, even if people in these kind of settings probably wouldn't easily be able to. Actually, no, they probably would. Would would you be able to clip your nails with prestidigitation? That's just a thought for the day, really. Because it's cleaning. Is it regular maintenance? We think. And I think I was just responded to. Any more skin that I need to cover? Don't think so. So let's get the pale grey for this. So it was also blue tinted, if I recall correctly. Oh, and I've missed bits on here somehow. I should probably get someone to show me if it's not that difficult, or if it's not immediately obvious. Someone to show me how to do chapters on YouTube videos, because this will be going up as a speed paint thing. At some point, and it'd be nice to just be able to separate, like, this is where the sketching was, this is where the colors are. If you want to skip to one, by all means. Oops, sneeze. Well, that one cleared the chest. Not for long, though. I'm going to bung straight back up. Oh, yeah, there it is. Get about 5 seconds of merciful air, and then your nose clogs up again. I'll have to stop and figure out the patterns on them in a second. Oh, once all the cards are in, I guess. Nope, there it is. Okay, now the hair. Oh, the hair I'm going to struggle with, because, there is a lot to live up to in that. I think it's a kind of, I think we're looking at auburn or strawberry blonde. And we have a very clear yellow. Let's get the eyes in. Very. Oh, god damn it, I've done it again. A consistent problem of mine. I very regularly forget to I very regularly forget to put in eyebrows, and I've just noticed the lack of them. Back to black and white. Oh well, just the black. To Venera and get myself that decent size 20 brush. Lower, I think. The shading will help as well. And oh, while I'm here, because I will. I don't know if this is helping. This might be making it worse for once. Yeah, that's definitely making it worse. Mm. That kind of does it. There's also. Yeah, around there. God, the star has a nice face. Now, strawberry blonde, because I put off doing that to get eyebrows in. Strawberry blonde we're looking for. Let's try this one. 246 231 219. That's definitely not the 246 231 219. That's definitely not the that's definitely not strawberry blonde. That's just faint black. F6 E7 DB. Is that right? No, it's not. Let's shift it that direction a little. See how this looks. Well, that's on that again, but still not right. Start with that. Is that on? Is that even close to on the way? No, that's too light. Something slightly more orange, I guess. Let's try that and see how it looks later. Horns of bone white, those are easy. It's just that's just why it's a little bit further along the axis. Size 81 is too big. Again, ironic, I know. Can't forget the little bit of hair down there. No, no, the braid is difficult, but now it's done, it's really nice. Case with a few things, I guess. If they look, if they are difficult, they can be worth it. But that's not the same as if something is made difficult. Making something complicated for yourself is just hard. It's just a headache. It doesn't make it any better. But a lot of the time, there is some satisfaction to doing something that's difficult or more difficult than you're used to. And hey, if I can get better at hairstyles, I don't know where that sentence was going. If I can get better at hairstyles, I'm better at hairstyles. Destiny is destiny. God, Final Fantasy 13 was such a train wreck. And I know Final Fantasy as a series generally kind of is, but like 13, they couldn't decide if they wanted the characters to develop or not. Because they kind of grow over the course of 13. 13-2 gets that weird time loop progression thing that for some reason I feel like a lot of those games do. Um, and then Lightning Returns was just like here at the here was the here is the pushover and the emotionless character. We've removed all of their emotions again and put them in an arc that is kind of entirely unrelated to what's going on, but at the same time not. And because you can't win the second game, it's dumb. That's a tint of blue, I think. It's a little bit darker. Nope. Oh, no, no, no. That looks good. On the size a little, just a smidgen. Clearly, I'm having trouble with the over 50s. Let's get this. Just entertaining ideas. I've never actually measured this measured these hips for the circumference. The tailor has, but I never needed to. I just know they get stuck indoors. Is that the? Oh god, it's the NHS thing. The moment I refuse their fine. I guess I can make at least one assumption based on things. It's if because let's see, we've got 3.5 feet. So that's 36. That's 42. So that's at least 84 inches. And then if we're going around from there, then I guess it's another 48. So it's 120 plus something. 132 at minimum. Okay. Horns done. God. Right, the grey just doesn't help. Yeah, let's actually now tint it blue and put it on here. And I'll use that for the fur bit later. Cloak's going to demand colouring soon as well. I guess I can start with the same dark that I've been using. Take that and darken it for the lips. I'm suddenly thinking that whole thing's too. Is that better? I think I'm suddenly feeling that's too dark. That it definitely needs to be paler. See, do we have a wand? No, that's not it. There we go. Let's see what happens if I just fill in. Yeah, that's already looking better in my eyes. So let's just make a quick replacement. Okay. Yeah, that's better. Better than it was. No, previous color. Just darker. I've got these trousers, so I think I'm going to make them the same color as this, but then work on making them more patchy. Get them to integrate with the browns more, but I'll want a different shade to this kind of muddiness. If nothing else, it'll give me an outline to work with. This song has some dark energy to it, I think. It's a kind of creeping dread to it. I might be the only one getting that. But it feels like an 8-bit version of some of the horror things that Aviators has put out. God, my line art is still so sloppy. It's cleaner in this system, but it is still sloppy. It kind of looks like she's going swimming or going wading. The waxen trousers, tall boots. I need to go up and grab the steel again for those greaves as well. Oh, there go the dogs. Having heard something in the shadows of their minds and starting up a howl. Okay, grab the grey. Let's put these. I think I'll get a gunmetal for the actual gun. I need little things that make the base colors stand out, you know? Yeah, I'm flagging a little today, so I think I'll get the flats done, and then I'll probably call it once I get the flats done. I normally like to get the whole piece finished in a couple of streams, but the hours have changed, and I am quite tired. But there's still a bit of colour left to do. We aren't at jumping ship point yet. Back to the red ladder. I need some voice. Red ladder. That was an abrupt cut-off. On the song, I mean. It was nothing else cut off, just the music just doing its casual beat and then just kind of ends. Don't know if it's a pity that the copyright-free stuff, royalty-free, whatever, is as limited, because I can't afford to play for pro, especially when I have no idea if it's any good or not. But once we find another decent brown, we'll put that on the base of the shoe. God. What else needs the grey? Nothing else needs that grey, but we do need a new gunmetal. Gunmetal grey. This will be... Almost lost the key there. 8D, 918D. That's just a mid-grey. I'm going to make it darker. Oh no, that's like more like it. So, I think I've made it vaguely green tinted. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of the kind of greenish blue. I think it's just the next step over. Okay, a gun. I'll use that. I'll use that metal for these. I remember trying to draw the most ornate pommel ever for my Mandy piece a while ago, and I did it really well. It's just I then messed up everything else. If there was something to mess up on that piece, I messed it up. Except for the general shape of the character, I got right. But it's still hard to do hips that aren't mine. I guess it's just something about the shape makes it easier. The more pronounced and extreme one is, the less trouble I have making it stand right. Ooh. God. So we have a. Now this is actually blue. We want to go proper. Like that. I'll work on the shine and everything another time. Hey, that's done. The upper body's looking fine. It's just the cloak and that kind of shirt that I need to do. No, it has to be a different color. Like God. Something like this. Okay, so what have we got left to do? Not much. We have. I think it is just the cloak. It's just the cloak and those dagger handles. And of course, these boot soles, which I'm just going to doing this now. I think and for the cloak, I'll start with the tree brown and see what I can discolor it with. I don't want it to be a perfect mimicry. As much as that makes the most sense, it doesn't feel nice because it's just blending the two in together, and I want them to stand out at least from each other in this context. Like I suppose there is that option of are those no, those boots are terrible colors. God, putting her in some damn clown shoes. Let's see how this is doing. Instead, oh, yeah, I guess instead of red with brown souls, I'll go with brown with black souls. Staying closer to the inspiration behind the boots. Okay, and we'll get that. Well, not quite black, but we want it. We want that very deep grey. Pitch black is no good. It's only good when there is outright not meant to be anything. It's meant to be so dark there is nothing to see, and this is not that. Okay, those boots look best to me. So now, let's take this brown and darken it a few shades. Then I'm going to go back to the line art layer and start selecting all of the sections where we had that. That's everything. Down to colors, and let's just fill them all in. And that one. Now it is just a case of going over and filling stuff in. Actually, you know what? Select. Can we expand the selection? No, no, no. What the hell is that? Oh god, it's selection mask. Okay. Whew, that was kind of creepy. Just, hey, what does this button do? Everything goes red. Okay, there must be a grow selection. 2 pixels. That's better. That's what we're looking for. Why is the selection mask back? Don't know why it's here, but it's gone now. Okay. And just a quick round with this. Okay. Fortunately, we get over to here and there's less to deal with. For whatever reason, I was apparently cleaner over here. What the hell's happened there? Okay, we need to get the black back and just redo that little bit of line art because that seems to have vanished. Not sure how that happened. Not even like I had something to undo there. Like that bit specifically. Like if there was a whole 4 I'm missing, I'd get it, but I can't remember when that might have happened. Basics of the cloak done. Oh, not quite. And I need a new... Start with that. Guess it might just be that some colors overwhelm others. Okay. Then it's back to this again. Let's start to put a few more lines down. Do that for both handles because it's nice and keeps with the style and it's quite elegant as a design. Yeah, good handles. Just need to firm up these lines a little because they were looking a little bit ill-fed. There. That's better. Let's get some... Let's get something slightly pinker to put as the nails here. needs to be darker. That's more like it. It was looking a little bit painted on there, and I don't think she wears nail gloss. To here, because I forgot to put the. I've spent the entire thing forgetting to put these nails on. Nope, that's the wrong layer. Colors. Now colors. You know what? That last nail doesn't need to be there. Or at least the line art doesn't. That's fine, just clipped as it is. Now the question is how we deal with these colors. Well, I know what I'm doing generally. Let's grab a U. Then we will select U. Oh, no, we need U, rather. Now let's get ourselves a... No, that just makes them look dirty. What other brushes are there here? No. Let's try... Then let's see if we can... Let's see if we can just blur this area. Okay. Okay, so we can in fact do that with individual layers. So we'll repeat the process. But let's do a different... No, I need this color this time. Half a chance I'll be changing all this later anyway when I suddenly decide, oh no, it looks terrible, why did I do this? Now, let's see what happens when we blur this. No. Artistic. You know what I need to do? I need to do... Nope, no, I need cut selection to new layer. Then I need to lock that. Then I put the pixelization on. Nope, that doesn't change anything. Oh, I wish it wasn't dragging things from the let's shrink the selection. Same amount of pixels. Can I repeatedly do so to make a more pronounced effect? I can. No, not quite. It's kind of... You can kind of get away with it on that, but not on the... not with the second one. Yeah, well... This, I think I can probably no, I'm gonna do one other thing. Why the hell that... Oh, right, yes. Layer below, let's... Is there a one selection option? So no, sadly no automatic one. Filter, artistic. No, that was a bad decision. Ooh. Let's see if I can... That one, because that one kind of works. No, it makes the... It makes all of it, doing it on all of it makes it all a little bit scuffed. Just kind of playing around with the settings here, seeing what they look like. Oh, no, that's just you put raindrops on things. It's safe to say that there's not much I'm going to be able to do with that. And regardless, I do have this mess to clean up now. So I guess that's what I'll try to do, at least get at least these edges. I I suppose it must require at least 2 unique chatters. Just briefly wondering why Nightbot hadn't been doing its scheduling thing. That's a command that needs changing anyway. It's a bit scummy. God, yeah, this is where it's worst. There's absolutely no right to be. Okay. I don't know why it doesn't just substitute, when it blurs, why it doesn't substitute colors from inside the selection. That seems like the obvious thing to me. Maybe it just couldn't do that somehow, but it feels like it shouldn't be that. Like it shouldn't, when you select the thing to pixelate or whatever, it shouldn't be like, let's grab any colors, even the ones nearby, the ones who didn't want to be involved. Here we are. Almost slid the tablet and just about to paint a smear of brown across this. Right then. Okay. That's the cloak at least moderately improved, but these trousers don't look right. What's that? That's God, other flies crept in. Oh, right, I can. There's a better way to do this selection that I was just completely ignoring. Same as I did the first time. Select, scroll it by 2. Go back to the colors, select, filter. Nope, that was the index colors. That didn't help. No. No, that's edge detection. Just going to check to see if there's a smudge tool. Okay, what's this? Oh, well, that's because that's interesting. No idea what this is doing, but it's kind of working. Not that time, apparently. No, I do not want that grey. Okay, it was working for a bit in my head, but not really. Don't know what the patch brush is, but what the hell is that? At this point, I'm just trying to save this section as best I can. Got to grab you again. Okay. Okay, that's better. That's actually. Oh. Okay, is there already a saving one on? Yes. Okay. Well, it took me. Well, that took a decent amount of time. Let's stop my taskbar auto hiding now. Thank you very much. And I think I'm going to try and find someone for us to raid. I think I have the perfect person in mind already. Lucy is on. Currently playing, I think, Mass Effect 2. Let me just pause the music. Stop that now. And I will drop the Woodland Fey raid in for her. So let's see. Yeah, what I'll probably do is I'm probably going to finish the shading for this offline. But you can definitely expect the supercut of that on YouTube probably tomorrow, possibly Thursday. Next stream will be on. Next stream might be tomorrow. I might feel like some gaming. I'm kind of feeling like that at the moment. But the next guaranteed one will be art on Friday, where I will be starting the next on my list of things, which will be is going to be a small elf, a small flamey sharp elf hurtling through some trees. And then more of the surge on Saturday. As ever, there is like follow me on, do the usual, follow on Twitter, Discord, Twitch, YouTube, wherever you feel like. But yeah, until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.